It is I, the deity of dread, the Strahd Venzarovich of the demi-plane of your mind, your main man, Anderwood. And today I'm going to be talking about marks, works, tricks, busters, punks, jobbers, squash guys, whipping boys, jabronis, extras, minions. Call them whatever you want. What you need to call them is on the floor, down for the count, gone for all time. Now, when I first started seeing this concept going around in role-playing games, I was like, oh, that's not fucking how things go. You should have to hit the cobalt 3 times. I don't think that way anymore. It's something that I came around on when I first started seeing it. I don't know exactly which game it was in. I know they did it in 4th edition D&D and Savage Worlds and some other games. I'm not exactly really sure where I first saw it as a player, but the first time I introduced it into my own role-playing games that I was running. Love the idea. First of all, it is cinematic. It makes sense. If you see a show, whether it's horror or fantasy or a comic book type show, you know, there's guys that Batman is going to hit once, and they're going to go down. There are guys that you're going to see in the Game of Thrones type of show, in a Conan movie. They're going to get one shot. That's it. And they're done. I have never found it ever to add fun when the Cobalt, with a miserable ass 4 hit point having Cobalt, you just have to, like, the party member just rolls bad. It takes 3 hits to knock the Cobalt out. I'm sure I'll get some AD&D guy up here. Oh, yeah, you know, trying to come at me like I never played some AD&D. Like, I don't know. Like, I wasn't in 1st edition. But it sure as hell, I have never seen that add any amount of fun to anyone's game. The first time I really remember seeing this one, lower end player, not a complete terrible player, but a lower end player in the game, I saw, I was like, oh yeah, I just love the one-shot thing, boom! And that's not the reason to have these things, man. It's to hit that cinematic point where you come in and boom, and you got it in your mind. You're going to give them that descriptive detail of how you're going to bring the pain to this individual, how you're going to put it over, how you're going to describe it, how you're going to make it really pop and describe a scene that is titillating and engaging to the mind, where you're taking that responsibility off the game master and engaging. Because you know you've already dealt with him. He's been dealt with. He's not coming back. There's no use for him. Or maybe you want him to. Maybe you want to tear you, so you knock him out. You take the hill just right in the dome. He's like, ugh. Like he got hit golden axe style, you know what I'm saying? Like, do, become a stoop slammer. Why wouldn't you do that? I mean, I certainly do continuously. So, that being said, I really enjoy that style in a menu. When I first time I used it with my group, I loved it. They loved it. It worked so well. It engaged the style. I like to use the cinematic style, the style where you could imagine things in your mind and see it unfold much like it would in a book or in a movie or in a television show or in one of my games. And it worked wonderfully. Again, I've had people have to take 3 swings, not 3 swings, but connect 3 times with a cobalt. I mean, it just gets silly. And silly is not the thing I want to cultivate. I want to have dread. I want to have action. I want to have it fast-paced. I want to have it engaging. I want to have my combat smell like combat. I want it to smell like sweat and piss and fear. I want it to be doubt and the scaredness in the players of what's coming at them. I like to have a game where players don't have, 912 hit points and armor class 80, where they have to engage. They have to be afraid. And the fact is that the same one guy might be able to come and get a good shot on you and put you down, but, he has a limited shelf life when it comes to dropping a club on his head. Now, you might say, oh, well, one character can only do 7 damage, the other character can do 10. And that's fine. I mean, talk about slicing them in half, go with it. Really put yourself over. You could bring the great sword of cleaving a cobalt in half. Let's talk about that. That's going to be fun too. It's going to be interesting. And then the way you kind of can vary that out is just throw a few that aren't job guys in there, right in the rank and file. It doesn't have to be the sorcerer boss or the displacer beast, mana core half-breed paladin of tier that's there wielding everything so good that he'll kill you. It doesn't have to be that character. It could be just one of the guys on the line. Okay, it's like, okay, I got 3rd level fighter right here around a bunch of squash guys. So like, he doesn't just go down. And you could just throw a few of them in instead of just having everybody with 4 hit points and the bard sitting there like having a miserable ass time because she can't deal any damage to Cobalt. And it takes like 7 swings all in the combat to put 1 damn Cobalt down. You just wouldn't really see that in a movie that I want to watch. It like, unless you just want to make a character a complete joke and a buffoon, then you'd be like, oh, well, that was a ridiculous character. I mean, you watch a fantasy show, sometimes it's even too far that way. The minions just get sorted out by people who themselves should be minions, and that could be a whole different deal. But I found the style really works well. I absolutely love it. I'm talking about 1 hit point. I'm talking about they might have some armor. They might have some extra ways to stack them up. And there's for the game system I'm coming out with, there are minions. I call them extras. I want to call them jobbers, but I think that might not have stuck with the serious tone of the text that in general I am aiming at. But I mean, it's what we call it. They're jobbers. They're jabronis. They're pieces of trash. And they're dealt with accordingly. So, for me, you can ratchet them up. And I think the best way to ratchet them up to make them scary is go just high on the damage. Just keep building up the damage. Give them armor. Maybe they can resist some hits or something. They might be hard to hit, or however your system runs. If you're doing D&D, okay, it's a good armor class, so you're missing them and stuff. But boom, that one connection. Here's the other great tip on it for a game master. It is wonderful for bookkeeping. 1 hit point, they hit him, he's gone. You cross him off. You don't have to go there. Oh, let me mark down. He's lost 2 hit points. Okay, now he has 2 hit points left. And oh no, it was actually the other one I hit. Oh yeah, it was. I got 90 of them here. You're just crossing them off. I tell you, man, it takes those precious seconds. I tell you, man, when you're losing, coming down here, picking up the notebook, writing on it, or something, particularly with a style like that, I like to get up and engage and get the pace moving. I like to have dynamic, exciting, engaging, cinematic combat where everybody is on the edge of their seats, just waiting to get in there and chomping at the bit. Not 4 points of damage. They killed the kobold. There's no real mystery there. The players, they know 4 points. They go, oh, well, they rolled 3, so I guess, fuck. That kobold's still there. You're like, yep, I guess so. The 14-hour class. That's not paying the bills. You understand what I'm saying, baby? You got to pay, hit the pay window. You understand the pay with opportunity, baby. And that's really what I like to get with. And like I said, for my game system, the way I ratchet them up, it's always just a 1 hit point. But, we're going to make the defense higher. We're going to give them better armor. We're going to give them a better chance to hit you, a better chance of more ability to deal damage. So they're continuing to go up. Just like, if you're looking at something like Star Wars, one of those Emperor's Guards. I mean, he might lay the smack down and go, oh, he just jacked me up. Boom! He goes down, man. He is still going down like one of them damn stormtroopers that could not hit your ass in the hallway. He's not important. He's not necessarily an important guy. Now, you could go the other way and go, oh, well, actually, this guy is going to be important. We have levels or something. I'm trying to give you a description of how you can make a higher-end jobber. How you could have a Brad Armstrong or a Tim Horner or a Brooklyn Brawler of the industry. How you could have Mike Sharp out there with his gimmick and still doing the job easy as could be. 1, 2, 3. Oh, minions, I didn't like them coming out of that older school mindset. I said, oh, well, gosh, I have 4 hit points. It's realistic because you have to hit them. And, well, the barbarian gets screwed because he can do 1,000 damage and the bard can do -8 damage. So she should always get fucked on everything. It creates a system where you're just not really, able to push the pace as much as I like. And I used it before, and it would slow things down. It would make that kind of crawl. And I'm sure the majority, if not every single person who watches this video that's been in those games, you're fighting 90 fucking opponents. Or the game master does a poor job with it. You're just like, oh, well, I'm going to crawl on your table and go to sleep. This is boring as fuck. I don't care about the 9 copper we're going to get out of this deal. Oh, but there's a wand of magic missiles. Fuck that wand. Stick that wand up your ass. What's wrong with you? Trying to give me a wand of magic missiles when I just play some beast mana core clear tier. What's wrong with your ass? He's a paladin. So, that being the case, you can really keep it alive, man. Keep it moving. When combat takes a long time, it should only take a long time because of description, because of vivid description, because of engagement, because of high energy levels, because of excitement. When it's just taking a long time because you have so many monsters and they're just wading through. The players, just like that one guy I told you, oh, I just one-shot him, and that sounded horrible to me, man. They fucking I said, man, I'll never fuck with minions. That's horrible to me. It shot me years back. I said, I won't fuck with minions, as it was so booty. But when I came and I really examined the concept, what I used it when I played this, and I loved it. Because it was such a great avenue to being able to put a good amount of things out there and still have it move quickly because you're like, bam, he's gone, bam, he's gone, bam, he's gone. But at the same time, giving them the ability to boom, hit the player's back and still be there, be solid, be real, be in a fight. And the player's like, okay, that guy can do a little damage to me. You got a player over there messed up because he's been beat on, And the encounter of minions, Batman might take the villains down quick, but damn, if you lose some hit points, they're all laying on the floor, boom, 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 and they're all just pretty much laid out. And then you have, the more important characters, the different level individuals. I think it gives a great use for them to be there. I'm like 100% on the minions, on the extras, I like to call them. In fact, no, I don't. I call them jobbers. I call them pieces of trash and jobbers. That's what I call them. Just to be real with it. But for the book concept, it's going to be extras, at least I think. Maybe come up with something better. Maybe you have something better that, you want to share with me. Maybe something better than extras. I'm not loving the flavor on it, but it's kind of there, It definitely sounds better than like red shirts or something like that. There are a lot of terms from out there. So let your main man know down in the dungeon below what you think, dude. What you think about extras. What you think about all the Tim Horners and all the Brad Armstrongs and all the Snake Browns, brother. What do you think of these jabronis? And what do you use? Do you use them in your game, brother? You're like, I use jabronis. I don't care about that. Let me know what you think.